Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Galisteo and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we divide this meditation into 3 parts. In the first part, which I so love, we ask our divine higher self to take form. It's your own inner voice, your own wisdom. It's the intuitive essence of your soul. It can take any form, and any form that it takes will create some kind of a link, even if it's something you don't understand or recognize. So it could be a rainbow, it could be a being, a light, a tree, an animal, an equation. Whatever form it takes, we will then draw it into our bodies and sit in meditation. And I'll make a little om sound so that you can push your button on your apparatus and meditate for as long as you like. In the second part of the meditation, we reach up into the cosmos with our consciousness, and we pull down a beam of beautiful, pure white light down through the top of the head, down into the solar plexus. This is the center of the emotional body. And from there, we laser that light out across the planet and back up into the sky. So we're extending out our presence and our purpose in life as well. It's a beautiful way of linking energetics within us and around us. Helps us with our purpose. And it'll bring you into a deep meditation by simply, as you breathe in, you draw the light down. As you exhale, you extend the light out across the planet and back into the sky. So you're giving a great gift as you meditate. In the third part of the meditation, each week, people suggest ways that we can take this meditative state that we have and offer something into the world. This week, because of hurricanes and disasters around the planet, there are people that have no electricity and therefore have no water, and the waters that people are drinking and the waters around us in our lakes and our streams and our oceans are polluted. And so what we will do is to extend the light of consciousness out to all the waters on the planet to purify them, simply by holding that frequency so that there's a purification that happens. We really can do this. It's amazing. So let's begin, and we'll begin with our breath by breathing in through our nose, hold at the top, and then exhale twice as slowly through your mouth. And as you're exhaling again, you're extending that lighted energy out across the planet. Ready? Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Hold at the top. And now exhale twice as slowly through your mouth. And once again, breathe in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take form for you. Whatever form comes. A being, a light, a rainbow, a star, a tree, a plant, an animal, an equation. Just ask your higher self to take form. And whatever form you get, then ask your body to show you where it's holding at this moment your source energy, your divine source. It could be anywhere in your body. So just ask. You might see the place or hear it or feel it. Where are you holding your divine essence at this moment? And wherever comes to you, bring your consciousness into that place in your body and ask it to open now. So you breathe in through it and out through it and allow it to open to receive your higher self through that point and into your body. So draw your higher self in through that point and sit in meditation. Om. Press the button and sit. Now, imagine that you are reaching up into the cosmos and pulling down a beautiful beam of pure white light, radiant light, through the top of your head and down into your stomach, your solar plexus. And from there, you laser that white light to illuminate our planet, across the planet, back up into the sky, into the cosmos. Breathe in, draw the white light down. Exhale, extend the light across the planet and back to its home in the sky. And just continue that breathing. It will take you into a beautiful, calm, deep meditation. Om. Imagine all the waters on the planet. Those who have waters that are absorbing their streets and their towns, waters of lakes, waters of the sea, all the waters. And it may be that your higher self shows you a particular kind of water that's important for you to focus on. Otherwise, all the waters. And now ask the water what color, what frequency of light it needs from you to become purified and clear to support life of all kinds, to protect humanity. Just take the first color that comes into your consciousness. Again, reach up into the cosmos and pull exactly that color down through the top of your head, down into your stomach, your solar plexus, and laser that color of light out. And imagine it going into all the waters or any particular body of water that you recognize you need to participate in. And just continually breathe it down and laser it out to the water and feel that as that higher color that the water has asked for, it penetrates it, that it creates a purification. It quickens the frequency, it clears and cleans it. Continue to do that now. Take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. Oh, thank you so much for helping our waters and connecting to your own source energy. Actually, there's another part to our meditation. It's called knowings. And every week from around the world, people send in questions that they would like for us to focus upon, to uplift ourselves, to illuminate these conversations to all who are participating. And Alison will tell us the questions that have come for this week. Alison?
The first question is from Lagos, Portugal. Urgent question for Chris Griscom. Please tell us how to help the people who have died in Morocco and everyone left behind who is grieving for them.
Well, thank you so much for this question, because there is so much that we can do on a spiritual level that can change everything. It's in two parts. The first part is what I always recommend, and it's an exercise in consciousness that we do when we are in the middle of a ceremony of passing. And what that is to imagine these people who have passed, family members or people of your community or your or your country that have passed in unison together. And simply as you focus on them, and let your higher self show you the qualities and the gifts that they brought into this world with their lives. And once you might hear their love, their generosity, their connection to everyone, whatever comes to your mind that you perceive, that you love in them. Once you hold that, it's important to know that by focusing on those qualities, you will inherit them. You truly will. It's a psychogenetic law of energy. So as they have brought those gifts and qualities into the world and they are released, the qualities will come into you. And in that way, they live on through you. And you will find that without trying or thinking about it, one of these days you'll realize that you are carrying those qualities and that in that way they live on through you. And that is what one soul gives to another. It's really beautiful. In the second part, we can actually, through our consciousness, we can help those spirits to be released. When people die in shock or drama or violence, their spirit tends to hover and stay in this dimension of the earth usually. And there are spirits that have been stuck in the earth thousands of years because time does not exist in the astral plane. And so what we will do, again, is an exercise in consciousness that allows for us to imagine creating, as we were doing before, a beautiful beam of white light that comes down to the top of your head into your solar plexus, remember, the center of your emotional energies. And we will laser it out and create a beautiful moving avenue of white light that's going up into the cosmos. And then we will invite them all, get upon this avenue of white light and go home. Go home to those that love you. Because in the many incarnations we have, and certainly if you think of it in the generations of generations of generations, especially in this small village in Morocco, that those who love you await you, and they do. And this helps the spirits to not be entrapped within the earth vibration, but to be released because they are finished with the purpose of their lives. Even if we don't see it that way, we can't see this spiritual story. But we can, through the power of our consciousness, help them to go home, to be at peace, to be in beauty, to be embraced by love. And so these are the two parts, and we will do them now. Close your eyes. Bring into your mind's eye, imagine all of these people who have died in this terrible earthquake. The children, the old ones, the parents, the friends, the lovers, all of them. There are more than 2,000 now, and there will be more. So bring them all into your mind's eye as if they were all gathering in front of you. And then just take a deep breath in with your higher self helping you again, your own intuitive essence of your soul. Ask them to show you the qualities and the attributes that they expressed, that they lived by in their lives. Again, it could be their love, their laughter, their connection to each other, their gifts of embodiment. Whatever comes to you, just let your higher self show you what are the qualities that they held. And now imagine that you are receiving these qualities, that they now psychogenetically are inherited by you, that they are coming into your body, into your consciousness, your heart, your mind, your emotions, so that you can live these as did they. And by living these qualities, by really consciously practicing that you have these qualities and you hold them dear, they will live on through you. So feel the qualities coming into you. Breathe deeply and feel as if you've inherited them now, and you will live them. And then in that way, you have not lost them. They live on through you. One spiritual truth is that death never truly separates soul family. And now in the second part of this meditation for them, we will bring this white light and create this avenue and help them, their spirits, to be released from the shock and the density of dying here in this sudden way, and release them to go home to beauty, to healing, to love. So again, imagining them reach up into the cosmos and pull down a pure beam of white light. It's the fastest energy. It holds all colors. Everything is made of light. Bring that white light down to the top of your head, down into your stomach, your solar plexus, and then imagine that as you laser it out from you, it becomes a moving avenue of white light, like a conveyor belt that is moving upwards and higher and higher and past these octaves of the astral. And once you can perceive this beautiful avenue of white light, just imagine that you are helping them get onto this avenue and go home to those who love you, who are waiting for you. Go home to the peace and the harmony of the divine. And just imagine that all of them are moving now in concert onto the avenue of white light, and their spirits are rising up on the light and going home and being free. And open your eyes. Thank you so much for asking this question, and for all of you who are doing this, because as we did, especially in that first part, when we are grieving for those that we love or for those that have died in such a terrible way, when we turn our consciousness into who they are, the gifts that they brought, it helps to ease the pain. It helps us in the action of doing this meditation to really feel that they will live on through us. And so we need not grieve all of our lives, but what we need to do is to become the best in them so that they shine through us with great love. Alison, what's the second question?
It's from Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. I feel like the earth is one giant battlefield of raging emotions. Is there a way to ever stabilize human emotional bodies into the higher frequencies? Or fear, anger, guilt, shame, judgment, etc., all just part of the human experience that we have to live with to also experience the good, like love, compassion, and joy?
No, we don't have to just live with it, because our purpose is to help humans evolve from that wobbling emotional body energy to higher capacities of our emotional body's potential. And so there are kind of two parts of way that you could participate and know that it's part of your destiny and your purpose to help to change from the negativity to uplifting energies. And one of them is simply to begin to practice the art of seeing the best in yourself and in others. Every day, focus and realize when you have a positive thought or a generous gesture or a connection that makes you happy. When you're happy, you will rebalance negativity on the planet. So by teaching yourself to look for the good in others and to really feel that as you look for that good, that you find it, and then finding it, you begin to see that in humans. It's just a matter of shifting. Are you paying attention to the negative, to the horrible emotions, or are you looking for the higher ones? And it is true that very often we hold the negative ones of anger and fear and justification and judgment because they are very slow vibrating, and so they're easy for us to attach ourselves to, especially with the news and the movies and all of that stuff that we perceive outside us. And the uplifting, wonderful, higher emotions come in a flicker to us, and we see them not so much in others because we're not training ourselves to look for them, to recognize, wow, look what that person did. They were kind. They smiled. It can be something, you could change someone's day and bring about more goodness in the character of humanity simply by smiling or making a comment to someone that will uplift them, that shows them that they're connected, because all of we humans, we need to be connected to each other. It's easy to do that once you choose to. The second part of that is to see everything outside you, inside you. So if you see people being violent or angry, a beautiful way to energetically change that is to ask your body where you're holding that violence or that anger. Because it might not even be yours. You might have psychically picked it up when you were shopping, or psychogenetically inherited it from someone in your family, that pattern of emotional anger. So ask your body where you are holding it. Because again, you can't perceive it in others unless you have a frame of reference for it. So it's so easy to say, well, where am I holding that anger? And whatever it is, whatever kind of negative emotion it is, where are you holding it? Bring your conscious awareness into that place in your body, because it is stuck within the cells, within the organs, within the tissues of your body. And when you focus there, and then what color do you need, body, to clear away that anger? You don't have to carry the anger. You don't have to sit on it, because then you'll never go deeper to find the cause of it, which is never what's just happened. So what color do you need, body, to release it? And then imagine that you're sucking that color into whatever part of your body is holding that negative emotion, and you will feel better right away. And again, to the opposite of that is seeing kindness or a beautiful gesture or a beautiful attribute in another person. Where do I hold that potential? Or where do I hold that kindness? Or whatever it is. Inside my body. Bring your conscious awareness to that place. And imagine that you could prick it open so that that sense of emotional balance and goodness begins to flow through you. And when it flows through your body, again, you will feel differently. And then radiate it out. Imagine that you're sending that good emotion out from you into the world. That's how we use our presence in body to change things that we want to see change, and to embrace those things that support and uplift us. Great love. Allison?
The last question is from Washington, D.C. in the U.S.A.
Oh boy, let's hear it.
Chris, how did you become so global? And I'm talking about the global acceptance in your heart, how you embrace all cultures. I wish this for the whole world. Will you please share your secret?
Well, it's really not a secret. It's something that deep inside the genetics of all humanity is that capacity. And you know what it is? It's a sense of recognizing others, So when you recognize others, then you know that you're connected to them. And so you belong. And so it makes it easy for you to be global. And another aspect of that that's really wonderful for me is that I've been doing incarnational work for more than 66 years. Imagine the capacity, the gift of helping others to find and to be illuminated as to the source of their life now through the incarnations that they have experienced themselves, and then to release them so that those qualities come back to them. So through that, I know that I have come into this planet. I have lived here in all the different races and the different cultures. As we have started in one spot and moved out across the planet, all of these cultures that have grown up, we have access to them. Our fathers, our mothers have carried them and reseeded them. And so we connect to those cultures, to those races, to those energies. Science tells us that there is no person further from you genetically on this planet than your 44th, some say 46th cousin. That's a very, very small genetic grouping. And so even our science tells us we're connected. You think you don't have any genetic connection to someone who has a different color of skin? I promise you that you do. And it might be recessive, just like, we say that blue eyes are recessive and brown eyes are dominant. But they're both there, one way or another, through eons of time and connection and oneness that we've had. So this is what makes me a global being. I actually feel that link, and I love each culture. And another little thing that I practice in my consciousness is when I'm experiencing a culture that maybe I'm in right now, in my travels or whatever, is that I look for aspects, qualities that people hold, ways that the laws that they use for their culture, for their lives, or their communities, and I find ones that I also have, and I express those, or I live those along with them. And that helps them to not see me as somebody different, or see me through my country or my government or something, or my skin as different than them, but rather to see me as their soul family. And that's how I do it. We are all global beings. Everyone who is on this planet at this time is passing through the initiations of personal genetics, personal karma, into global. The purpose of our coming here as a soul family is to be global. And we all are. We just have to acknowledge it and enjoy the incredible opportunities that it offers to us in terms of how we live our lives, not as individuals, separate and alone, but as, again, soul family. You and I and all 80 billion of us. Great love.